coming by clean. Can't stop working, I be my shit. But since 1995, put them nigga on with my style. Every year it is my time. Big cash, it is my time. Got deep out my side. Street with a shine eye. Rocking good with the style. If anybody like you shine, Lucky, right? So many girls coming by clean. Can't stop working, I be my shit. But since 99, put them nigga on with my style. Every year it is my time. Big cash, it is my time. Got deep out.
boys and girls. So yeah, I think we have it set up now. I'm just waiting for it to like break structure on the 5 minutes, and I'll enter off this other block. Yeah. So let's see if we can get. Let's see if we could get some sort of reaction. I mean, normally, like once I see this candle reacting from a fair value gap in directional trend, I would like to enter, but like the way this just comes like all the way from this sweep here gives me like second thoughts. So I would like for price to, break structure to the downside. If I get a break of structure to the downside on the 3 minutes, right now we've changed character on the 3 minutes. So the next thing is for price to break this level, get a break on this level, below this level, like right here, price breaks below this level. I would enter on the retracements on the 5 minutes. So let's see if we get some sort of action finally. Well, before all that, let me break down yesterday's trade. And my laptop is low. I hope it doesn't go off. So yeah, this was yesterday's trade. I took two trades yesterday. The first one being from around here after I sweep of this high and a break of structure here. I took shots, you know, from this reaction of this other block, and I was targeting like these lows, like a 1 to 3. So that didn't work out fine. Price stopped me out, but again, when I saw this break up to the upside and price, coming to react of this other block here and then giving displacement fully. The only difference between why this setup didn't work out and why this setup worked out was like there's displacement on this setup. So once I saw a displacement, that was my error yesterday for not waiting for the displacement. Once I saw the displacement and price clearly breaking to the downside, even after breaking structure to the upside, I was like, okay, I'll just wait for an entry of a fair value gap or break of structure, and I basically targeted the previous weekly lows, which gave me like a 1 to 5 risk, almost 5 risk reward. So yeah, I was pretty confident with the trade, given that when price came to this other block, I say other block, this fair value gap that's above this other block, it gave a very strong reaction. You can see that from this other block created here. You can see that from this other block created here. So, and then we pushed all the way down in New York to, So today's plan basically is I would have loved for price to come all the way here, all the way here, but like I don't know, might not get all the way here. Plus price just swept this relatively equal highs on the Asian session. So I will be looking for like a clean break with displacement. Once I see that, I will take the trade. So I just have to be patient now. For me, honestly, the most ideal trade would be for price to come all the way here, do a fake out, come back down and target these other draws of liquidity. But let's see what price does, man. Let's see what price does. I doubt it will give me a clean displacement here, but let's see. Because this is to me very choppy move for price to just start pumping up. And we are still bearish on the weekly. As you can see, we are still bearish on the daily as well, as you can see. So and there's like all this liquidity pool here on the 1 hour and on the 4 hour. And on the 4 hour we have another block here. So it's going to be really hard for price to come and break above these highs given this other block here. So and on the 1 hour 4 hour we're bearish. On the 4 hour bearish, you can see that from like from if I use this line charts, you could see lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. I'm expecting it from a lower high then from a lower low, as you can see. Then if you go to the 1 hour, see we're still basically printing lower lows and lower highs. See lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So I'm expecting a lower high and a lower low. So but this could potentially keep pushing up, man, because it swept yesterday's lows. And then, although the reaction isn't so smooth up, gold might just be creeping up to come take out some liquidity before it actually gives the move down. And if you look at the left side on the chart, let me change back to this. If you look at the left side, you can see there's liquidity here, there's liquidity here, there's liquidity here. Like bad as bad, I'm expecting price to come here or at least to come grab to come here because this is another block. And once there's like another block below another block, price always goes to the last one from what I've seen most times. So I could just assume that all this is liquidity for price to come here and continue pushing back up. So tomorrow we might get a reversal from here. Anyways, let's see what price does right now. And then another confluence would be that the XY is actually green on the day because they move like inversely proportional to one another in the sense that when gold is moving up, the XY is moving down, and when the XY is moving up, gold usually pushes down. So yeah, you just have to wait for some. Now I'm not considering this anymore, man. I can consider this as trap, like manipulation. So what will probably happen will be price to just react, come all the way, fill this gap, continue pushing up. So if that is to happen, I would like to see like maybe look at the 1 hour, maybe from here, if price comes all the way here, back down here. If I see some sort of displacement to the upside, the reaction from here, I would you take buys to target these draws on liquidity. Then in New York, I'm expecting price to reverse to continue the trend. But I don't know. Just all depends, man. I really need to see that displacement. Displacement is like displacement really shows you the intent. You know, like all these moves now is so choppy. I should have been in by now. I should be in right now on this trade, but like I still feel it might come all the way up. You understand? So yeah, there's no displacement on this move unless like I draw down to the 3 minutes, and still at that is basically still choppy, man. And on the 1 minute, well, you can make a case on the 1 minute though. This is displacement, so it would have only made sense to enter on the 1 minute, like a target here. But since we can't do that right now, we will just have to wait. See this breakout block here, price is reacting from, maybe we could go grab some liquidity on the 15 minutes, uh, on field, like here. But let's see, man. Let's see. 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 We need to for price to show us intent that's going to push down before any decisions. So I'll just be watching for now till like I get the clean setup. I thought we were going to have one here, but price is chopping here, so I'm really skeptical about it. But if it breaks with strong momentum and a fair value gap that mitigates like this um order block here, I would consider entering shorts, and that will probably be my first trade of the day. So let's see, man. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Nice. Right now, almost 11. We are reacting on this OB. Yeah. So really get come back. Yeah. I saw the vision. I saw the vision. We getting a reaction of this OB. I'm sure there's like, uh huh, uh huh. I think this is a manipulation, man. Because now look at, just look what's happening. We are reacting on this other block. This, this is like another block formed after the reaction of this other block on the 1 minute. And this is like, did it create a fair value gap here? No, it didn't. So let's see, man. Let's see. Now we could probably come and price to, sorry, we probably have like price coming here or sweeping this liquidity and continuing to push down on the 1 hour. Mm. I'm really expecting this to go all the way here, all the way here. Again, this trade would have been nice. It happened in the Asian kill zone. I woke up this morning and I wanted to trade this session, but I was just like, let's not force it, man. I know I'm gonna catch a clean setup today. Today's Wednesday, so I will just be very patient with the market and see what happens. You feel me? Oh, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm so tired. I barely slept. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Oh shit. Sorry about that, bro. It's what you trade. Ideally, yeah. If it is this setup that I want, if it's this setup I want that happens, like sweep of these highs, then coming down and this, man, I'm sure it's going to give me like a 1 to 5 or 1 to 4 or 1 to 3 at least. Because today is Wednesday, man. I know price moves on Wednesdays. Uh, I see. Cut it down to 2 now. Okay. Because like, I mean, let me tell you why you should cut it down to two pairs. If you're trading 5 pairs, like your losses is basically 5 times more. Because like the more exposure you have to the market, the more you are exposed to losses and the more you're exposed to wins, sharp. But like if you take 5 losses from 5 different pairs, it affects you mentally than taking 2 losses on 2 different pairs that you trust. Like, and it now reduces like what's it called, your emotional um lag when it comes to decision making, and then it makes you more focused. Do you understand? Because if you're focusing on 5 pairs, like I don't know, sharp. I tried it before, like it didn't just work out. Because like imagine you take the loss here, you say, okay, let me go to the next pair, you take the loss there, you go to the next pair, you take, or if you just say, okay, let me be trading these 2 pairs. If you take a loss here, you can go to the next pair, take a loss. You can still come back and still look at those charts and be like, okay, let's see if I can still grab an opportunity. But if you take 5 losses on your account on those 5 different pairs, like you have more exposure to the market to lose. You have like, to me, Sha, I don't know if what I'm telling you makes sense. So it's better you just focus on 2 pairs. Me, I only even focus on gold. Before I used to do gold and silver, but I was like, why am I even doing that, man? Like I know they move the same sometimes, but I'm like, if I focus on one page, like gives me leverage to do what I want. Because imagine I want to look, I take a buy now and it's now going in the opposite direction. It's easier for me to change my mind, than to say I want to go and be looking for other pairs. Then I'll now have to now start analyzing the whole P again. You have to see, you now have to analyze 5 pairs before you make a decision. Instead of if you are analyzing just 2 pairs, it makes it easier for you mentally, and like I hope you are getting what I'm saying, Sha. Let me tell you why you should cut it down to two pairs. If you're trading five pairs, like your losses is basically five times more. Because like the more exposure you have to the market, the more you are exposed to losses and the more you're exposed to wins, sharp. But like if you take five losses from five different pairs, it affects you mentally than taking two losses on two different pairs that you trust. Like, and it now reduces like what's it called, your emotional um lag when it comes to decision making, and then it makes you more focused. Do you understand? Because if you're focusing on five pairs, like I don't know, sharp. I tried it before, like it didn't just work out. Because like imagine you take the loss here, you say, okay, let me go to the next pair, you take the loss there, you go to the next pair, you take, or if you just say, okay, let me be trading these two pairs. If you take a loss here, you can go to the next pair, take a loss. You can still come back and still look at those charts and be like, okay, let's see if I can still grab an opportunity. But if you take five losses on your account on those five different pairs, like you have more exposure to the market to lose. You have like to me, Sha, I don't know if what I'm telling you makes sense. So it's better you just focus on two pairs. Me, I only even focus on gold. Before I used to do gold and silver, but I was like, why am I even doing that, man? Like I know they move the same sometimes, but I'm like, if I focus on one pair, it like gives me leverage to do what I want. Because imagine I want to do, I mean, I take a buy now, and it's not going in my. Oh my god, I forgot I was recording. I forgot I was live. I was helping a guy out. But anyways, we could get a setup right now. Is he reacting off here? No, not yet. 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 Can't stop walking. I be machine. Come on. Go. Ging, 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 down, down, down. Man, today's gonna require some serious levels of patience. I swear there are people in bars here. Just watch what will happen by like 12. I mean, I'm very like I'm 70% sure that gold is bearish this week throughout. I am so sure of that because like I know we got a reaction of this, yeah, but then there's still like fair value gap here, and there's like This is liquidity to me, Sha. All this is just liquidity left, and I know gold left is fair value gaps or retracements. So, given that, and given that we formed another block last week, yeah, and price, is reacting on that. So pretty confident to might get all the way here because in this fair value gap range on the weekly, we got this other block here. I'm going to take a lot for price to come and break here with that grammar liquidity on the weekly and on the look at the monthly. On the monthly, we have like this is another block here, and we got this rejection candle, and then I'm expecting price to just come fill this place all the way here. This is our price to come target. So yeah, and on the 4 hour, we have like on the 4 hour we have like this is another block here that price could potentially return to. To me, this is all liquidity, man. To me, this is all liquidity. But I could be wrong, Sha. I just hope I'm not. Uh-huh. Oh God, you don't want to be trading buys when DXY is buying. You want to be taking buys when DXY is selling. You want to be doing that. You want to be doing that. So today we should just be patient. We might not get a setup in London. Might come in New York. Given that how much the price move in Asia moved like 600, 500 points. So we might just you know range, and in New York we get this really banging ass setup. But let's see, Sha. Hmm. Because I went on to buy to target you, like why? Why? That means if I do that, I'm just chasing the win. But I want to like stop doing all that, man. Like once you start seeing like you have potential to be profitable, you see that like all those things, those mentors, gurus, cut your losses short, learn to take a loss, follow the trend, all those things. You see like they went capping, man. Like they are all what they do. You just have to be disciplined enough to follow it. And that's what I'm working on right now. Honestly, like it's not even a strategy problem anymore. It's like psychological. And I know like due time, I'm gonna you know understand that part. And once I do, the time graph is gonna play itself out. You feel me? I really hope people are here. Doom, 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 doom. Can't stop me working at my machine. So I just gotta keep doing my shit. Doing my shit. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Could this be a repeat of what happened yesterday? Hmm. 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 Price created the gap here. Getting a break here. I just need for price to break. Price breaks here. right? Let me take all this off because I don't need them anymore. If price breaks below this level, right? Like it comes and does something like it comes all the way, breaks here. I'll just look for retracements and bang. So basically I need for price to so basically I need for price to do something like this. Something like, you feel me? Let's look at the line chart. So we swept liquidity high low, high low, high low, high. Failed to form a higher low, form the lower low here, right? But now we have a higher high now. So we might be forming a higher low, push up, or we might form a lower low, a lower high, and a lower low, basically. So it all just depends on what price does right now. All just depends. Change of character. If this breaks below this level, then break of structure if it breaks below this level. Cleanly, not chop, chop, chop. Then we could target this draw on liquidity or other draws on liquidity. But ideally, man, I would have really loved to show you guys the power of these session sweeps. Bro, those setups can give you like a 1 to 5 on a good day, on a very good day, maybe like a Thursday. So like I want price to just continue pushing down right now. No, retracement, no red candle, no sorry, purple candle. Just push all the way down, break here. Then I'll look for shorts on either entry of this other block or entry of you know this. Everybody got. I need to go charge my laptop. Okay, I can bet something $1,000. Why not? Yeah, I just bet 70K, 77K. I do something very crazy. The $100K that we drew from trading this money, putting in on spot bet $90,000 on PSG. I make the money back from trading. Then anyone like to bet my money. Okay. So annoying. Looking real nice. Phone real nice. Phone real nice. Phone break, break. Channel. Break. Setup is about to be invalidated. Russian. Wow. Damn it, man. I think this setup is invalidated right now. So if you can stand off, like, this favorite gap of actually reacting up there. So I'm guessing what is gonna go on is come grab this liquidity and continue pushing back up. So I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. I would not be taking this setup. moments, I feel to just come grab liquidity. So let's see, potential grab transforms here. That's all. Man, I really don't like that price came here first. I really don't like it. I really don't like that. On the one hand, price didn't even break cleanly below this level. So what I'm thinking gold is doing right now is it's gonna come here, grab this liquidity, fill this fair value gap, displacement, and I'll enter off either another block or like a fair value gap on the 5 minutes. So, but if I was to trade this setup, right, if I wanted to trade this setup, I would like to wait to see some grab of this high or this high, then displacement. That displacement is so important, so important. Right now, I don't think price has. You could consider this displacement because price swept this low, uh, pushed up, broke this high, fair value gap pushed up, broke this high, you know. So the most ideal place would be to look for buyers to target this John liquidity, but it's against the trend. It's against the trend. It's against the higher time frame trend. It's against the higher time frame trend. And the 30 minutes we are bullish. So I'll probably be looking for a 30 minutes setup. Right, right, right. Yeah. An entry off here will be sweet. Sweet. That'll be swirl. Mm, I don't know, man. This sell setup is giving me the creeps. The creeps. Creeps. It all depends on how price breaks. Yeah, it all depends. If price breaks with like a fair value gap, I will enter the sales. But if it doesn't, I'll just wait for the buy setup to form. Because right now I'm having the feeling like we could possibly just go grab this highs or grab this lows or grab something. Okay, 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 okay. It all boils down to how price breaks this level. That's what it comes down to, honestly. It comes down to how price breaks this level, and how this next 1 hour candle closes. If it closes, you know, stronger than this body, I'll be confident to take those sales. But it's gonna close in like the next 30 minutes, so that's highly unlikely. Hmm. Oh boy. I know, I could have entered. I could have entered better to wait and to see how price breaks this level. I want to see how price breaks this level. Okay, 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 okay. Hmm, hmm. 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 13, 2, 1, 0. Wow. Yeah, this is a setup I would like to take. But I could enter off like, let's see how price does here. If price doesn't sweep this level before it comes back up here, we will be taking those shorts. I feel we'll be taking those shorts. This is a 1, 2, 2 weeks reward trade. Okay, now I really like it, so I'm gonna, take that shit. Oh shit! I still have a position running. Let's close this. Close this. So I need. Okay, I measure this from here to here. 130. Oh, you better not. You better not. You better not. Try that rubbish. See, price could just come grab this liquidity. Yeah. And I am in, boys. I am in, boys. It's this pressure. It's this pressure. This is what pressure feels like. Yeah. Oh my god. Guy, I almost made a serious blunder right now. So basically looking for a 1 to 2 on this trade. Oh, and I am in. Entry. See how it goes. Oh man, it's this pressure. This main bitch. This main bitch. This main bitch. Come on, don't tell me what to do. Hmm. Might get stopped up. But I really like this trade. Okay. Hmm. Let's see, man. Cloud.